Folsom. I'm the District Director for the U.S. Small Business Administration for the Des Moines District. I'd like to welcome you here today to the graduation ceremony honoring our class of 2011 for SBA's Emerging 200 initiative here in Des Moines. Our host for today's ceremonies is the Greater Des Moines Partnership. The partnership has been a co-sponsor of E200 here in Des Moines since the program was first launched. And at this time, I'd like to introduce Martha Willits, President and CEO of the Greater Des Moines Partnership, who will make a few remarks. So I can, there she is.
Good morning. Thank you, Joe, graduates, Mayor, all others here this morning. Congratulations for the purpose of gathering today. The partnership, I'm here with Meg Fitz, who's running around the room, we are delighted to have been a 4-year sponsor of this, and now to be joined by so many sponsors. Be sure and check your program, because I think everyone in town knows this is such a vibrant moment in our year's calendar, if you will. So take a good look at them. This is the future. At the partnership, we are the economic business organization for the whole region, and it may often seem that our story is about big business, but the truth is, this is our story. 85% plus of business growth in this region is coming from small business startups through hundreds of years, but we have really flourished that way, and we don't tell ourselves that enough. So this day, for me, is always a reminder that you really are the bread and butter of this community, and I'm so pleased. I know a few of you, but so pleased that all of you have taken advantage of this opportunity, that you're growing your own businesses. I hope they're going well. You didn't pick the easiest time to start them, but I'm sure. But we're going to come out of this, so we can see this at the partnership, and things are really starting to move. We have great plans out in the future. Be sure and watch for Capital Crossroads, which is a vision plan about growing business, and small business and growing businesses are a major part of that. So we're delighted always to be a part of this day. I want to thank you for the work you've put in. It dawned on me today that unlike all other learning experiences, and you know, a great term now is lifelong learning. These folks are a great example of lifelong learning. But most classes don't start in April and end in October. You know, the school year, you know, September to April. So you guys are kind of against the tide in all ways, right? In all ways against the tide. So congratulations to all of you. I hope your businesses are doing well. I hope this learning experience makes that even more of a reality. I know you've had a great coach. Monica and I have known each other forever, so I know that's gone well. And Joe, I want to thank you for the great partnership. Welcome here to the partnership today, and enjoy the day. And all of you family members, friends, family, give them a big pat on the back, because they're doing the work that grows this community for all of us. Thank you.
Thank you, Martha. At this moment, what I'd like to do is just give you a little background on E200. 4 years ago, Des Moines was selected as one of 11 cities in the first year of the program nationwide as part of SBA's Emerging 200 initiative. The goal is to identify 200 inner-city businesses across the country that showed high potential growth, and to provide the network, resources, motivation required to build a sustainable business within designated inner-city neighborhoods. The program was so successful that we continued it in 2009, and again in 2010, with Des Moines being selected this year as one of 27 cities or communities nationwide. The cornerstone of the program is an 80-hour educational program, as Martha alluded to, that's over about a 6-month period of time that starts in April and concludes today, focusing on topics such as organizational management, growth strategies, management, marketing, market development, strategic planning. Last evening, each one of these students and businesses presented a 3-year strategic growth action plan, telling a group of reviewers how they plan to grow their business over the next 3 years. And I know that a number of the reviewers are here in the audience today, and that is a very powerful evening, or it was last night, just hearing those plans, those stories, those experiences, and we look forward to seeing the execution of those strategies. The selection of Des Moines was a prestigious one, and just to give you a sense of who those other communities are, for 2011 they include Atlanta, Baltimore, Boston, Chicago, Dallas, Denver, Detroit, Fresno, Jacksonville, Memphis, Minneapolis, New Orleans, Philadelphia, St. Louis, and as you can see there, most of those are larger metropolitan communities, and we're playing with the larger cities in this particular type of an initiative. So a great credit to the City of Des Moines and to the partnerships that have been formed as a result of that. And we wouldn't be able to do this without the partnerships that we have had over the 4 years of the program. We are fortunate in Des Moines here to have a great array of co-sponsors for this, and those co-sponsors, in addition to the Greater Des Moines Partnership, include Bankers Trust, Business Innovation Zone, the City of Des Moines and the Corporation for Economic Development, DMAC, Iowa Economic Development Authority, Iowa Small Business Development Centers, Iowa State Bank, Iowans for Social and Economic Development, Neighborhood Development Corporation, SCORE, Counselors to America's Small Business, the State Public Policy Group, United Way of Central Iowa, U.S. Bank, VentureNet Iowa, and Wells Fargo. We're really excited about this program, and one individual I know is really excited about what it's doing to his community is our mayor here. So Mayor Frank Cownie, a few remarks.
Thank you so much. It's great to see a bunch of entrepreneurs here in the room. I come to this job, interestingly enough, from a small business, and one that started actually in 1888. So it was a bunch of Scotsmen, you know, moving off the farm and deciding they were going to move to Des Moines and get in the harness business. And so that sort of evolved into some other things, and including gloves and garments and things like that, as well as harness. And then it became pretty much of a service retail business that expanded not only in Des Moines but went into Illinois and in Nebraska. And at one time we had over almost 200 representatives around this three-state area. And it was through trial and error, a lot of hard work of a lot of people to make things like that happen. And I think without guidance from a lot of people, these Scotsmen that came here that were great penny pinchers would not have been able to maintain their business, nor to grow it to the extent that they did. And as I look at all of you who have become entrepreneurs of the 20th, 21st century and thinking what our opportunities are, and to think where we're going to go from today to the future. And I will tell you one thing that my dad always told me, two things. First one was, I remember when I decided that I was going to come down and be part of our business, and he said, "So you want to be one of the bosses, huh?" And I said, "Absolutely. That's what I'm here. You know, I was up at Iowa State, and I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to show everybody all the stuff that I learned up there." And he said, "Well, let me tell you where you start." He said, "You know, when you want to be the boss, never ask your employees to do something you're not willing to do yourself." So he said, if you see the floor needs to be swept, pick up the broom. And so I always remember that, you know, to this day, that always be willing to get out there and work with people. Your employees respect you for not asking them to do something because it's too dirty or it's too low or it's too beneath you, that you have to have somebody else do it, but that you're right there with them and they're part of the team. The other thing that he always told me that I think carries on to this day is it's about our customers and about what we do. Because without our customers and without our employees, we really have nothing. And hopefully, if you satisfy not only your employees but your customers first and foremost, and meet or exceed their expectations, that with that, you can build a business and grow a business. And it's that meeting or exceeding the customer's expectations. And you have to understand what it is that they want out of the services that you provide. But to make sure that day in, day out, you communicate with them and communicate with your employees so that the whole team works together and you become a team with your customers. And they understand the benefit of working with you, and your employees understand how the team works together. So those are kind of a couple of things that I did, and we try to do that at City Hall. And we've got Terry Vorbrecht sitting back here, and I know that he's ready and willing in cases where he can to step up and try to assist in ways with our Economic Development Department. We've got a great crew of folks over there, part of Terry's team, and the city is here. We're not really in the business development business, but we're facilitators. And so as you want to expand your opportunities and need more infrastructure, need more guidance, need more help, support, Terry's one of our guys that'll help connect you with those resources. So congratulations to each and every one of you, and thank you for choosing Des Moines to be your home. And our central Iowa area, as Martha pointed out, we see small business as really the growth opportunity. We hope that we get more employers that move in here and are immediately going to hire 2,000 people or more. But really the growth over time comes from small business that starts out small, 1-2 people with a really great idea that turns into a huge business. Apple's a good example of that. So we're looking at all of you to have innovative ideas and make sure that everybody knows that we're all working together and we're here to support you, and congratulations. Thanks.
Thank you, Mayor, Cownie. We appreciate the city's support again this year. At this time, I'd like to ask one of our graduates to come up and offer a few remarks, and I'm actually going to start with this year's class and ask Cosette to come up and offer some reflection on this year's curriculum and program.
Hi. I figured that none of my classmates probably volunteered to do this, so. The funny thing about this class, when I arrived the first day, I'm looking around the room and I'm thinking, there's not many classrooms where everyone understands each other. We have all these business owners that work 20-hour days and probably have no time to study. And we have a teacher that has this abundant energy, probably more than all of us put together, standing up in front of us, saying that you're going to work really hard on top of your 20-hour days being buried in your businesses. And the best part about that is you're looking around and you're thinking, okay, everyone can do this, I can too. And I know that we stayed up late, beyond the workday, and we were forced out of just sheer will and Monica never giving up on us. And the way the program is set up is that it really builds on everything builds on everything else. So if you get behind in the beginning, you're kind of out of luck as you go forward. And the best part about that is it keeps you going. And eventually you realize that you are stepping away from your business for the first time, probably ever, and really looking at your business and analyzing it, your marketing strategies, your financials, all of it, and it's really cool. And the best part about this class is the relationships that you get to build. I'm a home birth midwife, and I've been in business for 10 years, and until I took this class, I had no idea how little I knew about running a business. Many of us started with just our passions. I was a philosophy major, you guys. I didn't know a financial statement from my charting that I did. I mean, it made no sense to me. And now I'm at a different place. The CEO mentoring groups, oh my goodness. I feel like I have made friendships for a lifetime. We cried, we laughed, we dug into each other, we challenged each other. I was addicted to the group. And we were addicted to each other. And I don't think those friendships are ever going to end. I didn't realize how important it was for small business owners to have those connections with other business owners. I felt like I had come home, like people understood what I was going through. And I could talk rawly about my financials and where I was at without being judged. And the funny thing is they're in the same boat that I am. So I didn't feel alone. And then we have all these community experts that are brought in, and I'm meeting lawyers and bankers and accountants and people that I never had time to go out and meet. And they're giving us advice. And now I'm developing a relationship, and I've got my own accountant now, and I've got my own lawyer, and all of it's because of this class. And I'm working with people that are just as passionate about what I do. And so I'm setting up this team that believes in me and that is going to be there to help see me through. All of us, I think. We have a Christmas party already planned with one of our event people over there. So it's really invaluable, this class and the relationships. And the best part about it is at the end, we understand what it is and how important it is to step away from the business and really look at it. And we know that now we can do it. We have the ability to do it because it feels good to know what's going on in your business financially, marketing strategies. It feels good to have that plan and to know where you're going. And at the end of the day, what this class does is it gives you all this information to really decide, do I want to move forward? Can I? Am I able to? Am I doing it for the right reasons? And I think some of the participants, not maybe in here, but I think through the history of the class, some of them decide that through this class, they can't do it. They don't want to do it. But that's the beauty of it. You're going in it with all this information, and it's not just blind anymore. So for that, I thank you. Monica, we could not have done it without you. And I look at all these amazing people here that I know none of us could have done it without each other. So thank you so much for providing this as an opportunity for us. It's free. And that's just, to all the business owners, I mean, it's free, right? It's kind of a no-brainer. So thank you, thank you, thank you. My husband took this class last session, and I think he wants to make a few remarks as well. He's the one that talked me into doing it this session. So Chaden, Halfhill, do you want to come up?
Wants to. That's yeah. So my name's Chaden Halfhill. I'm with Silent Rivers, and I am a graduate from the 2010 E200 Club, or E200. I said the same thing last year. We mentioned it was a lot like a club, and I think that's indicated by Cosette's voice right there and what she shared. And I showed up today from a construction job and had no plans on speaking. So, but listening to everybody share this morning and realizing a lot about what business is about. I mean, in many ways, it's about the relationships, as Cosette was describing, and the tightness of the group that forms. We had the same dynamic that occurred. Our CEO group still meets. Helen, who's taking the photograph over here, has been social coordinator for a year and is stepping down as of next Tuesday. Partly because the guys don't communicate as well as she does. But I can't emphasize the importance of the relationships, not only in the group, but in business in general. And I think when Cosette mentioned that, it got me to recollect a lot about what makes business happen. I'm a fan of E200. I'm a fan of what Des Moines does to generate small business. I think small business is an incredible driving force in this country. I'd love to see more of it stimulated because I think they're the economic driver. It's not the large business, it's the small business. It's the people with the passion pairing it with the know-how, I think as Cosette indicated. Much like myself, while I had taken some business classes, E200 gave me an opportunity to really focus inward and look at my marketing, my financial structures. How do I hone them? How do I take what was already a fairly decent business and take it up to the next level? And in my case, I was also taking one business and trying to pair it with another business, and how could the two synergize together so that they both are strong. Those are some things that I worked through. It was a little different scale, but at the same breath, it's the business tools that make a good passion viable, if you will. But what I was thinking as I got asked to do this, it was really about improvisation. Because I come in underdressed, and can you speak? And I'm like, okay, well, I'll do this. And I think a lot of what business is improvisation. You plan, but so often the relationship shifts, or particularly in entrepreneurship, you put a budget out for the year, and economics shift, or the market shifts, or it's a constant flux. And how do we as business owners have to adjust to that? And sometimes you have to stand on your feet and change direction, and do so in a way that's in good benefit to your relationships and as well as your business. So I will say that I share a little bit about my experience as a person taking this, and it was an incredible experience. It's been very different this year watching Cosette take the class and being on the outside and wanting to get in there and knowing that it's her business, which is really tricky because we both own businesses. So when you have two business owners in the same household, that can be very opinionated, and it can be very challenging when she isn't kidding, they work a lot of hours, and for somebody who doesn't stay up late to stay up late and work on her curriculum was daunting, and I could see the challenge, but at the same time I also started to see it come to life. I mean, she really was revealing the power of what this program's about. I mean, she started to get her head and arms around it. She would push against the system. The CEO group would push back, and it was this constant melding of information until the presentation last night, of which I haven't read yet. So I'm really excited to hear, but I'm very proud of her, and I'm really proud of the group because, as y'all know, it's great. So I'll skip the stories because it'll get way too long. But I had some fun stories. But I'm going to tell you one story. But this is because I think it comes back to relationships. My grandfather was in business, and he was in business just down the street. His building no longer exists. It was a place called Harold Robbins Incorporated. So if you've been in Des Moines a long time, you may have known that. And he bought the business from Harold Robbins. He didn't change his name, though. I think that was a good business decision because his last name was Swindler. And I've always wondered that, why would a man with the last name of Swindler own a business? But, growing up and watching my kids here, who came last year, it's really generational. And I think business is it's very special to all of us. I think it's really, coming back to the driving factor why E200 exists. And my grandfather ran a successful business for many, many years, and it helped feed. It was an automotive repair business in the metro area. When I learned last year that he had a $3 million company, a $3 million revenue in the 70s and 80s, I was kind of like, or maybe it was the early 90s, but when he retired, I was kind of in awe because that's not a small feat, particularly going back 20 years when $3 million was a lot more than it is now. And $3 million now is a significant revenue goal. And so, man with the last name of Swindler can actually run a successful business. And I think we all, going through this program, have a great amount of tools to go forward and do some great things in Des Moines. And I'm very excited to be part of it. Thank you.
Thank you, Chaden. And this time we will start our presentation of certificates. And I do have to apologize. We do have some awards that are coming from our SBA headquarters. They're not here yet, and so we will have to hand deliver those at a later date. I expect they'll probably be here this afternoon, knowing the way shipments take place. But I know they're not here this morning, so we apologize for that. Monica, would you come up and help me? And Meg, if you could. Yeah. Our first business that we're presenting a certificate to, an award, is Advanced Jewelry Appraisals. Jacqueline Doudnay. Blizzard Communications, Carrie Bader. Carter Printing, Scott.
He's not
here. So, Chestnut Signs, Donovan. Chestnut. Legier Enterprises, LLC, Marvin Legier. Des Moines Acupuncture Clinic, PX, Abby Miller. Doherty's Flowers, Robin Sloan. Embarkit IT, Anita Messerschmidt.
How nice of Now you have to implement all those plans.
Fleur Pet Hospital, Lisa Williams. Gigi Pilates Studio, Gigi Filer.
Isn't here.
She's not here, okay. Innovative Advanced, Tracy Fuller. And Keys Camp LLC, Scott Keys, they're not, and Scott's not here. Smarter Community Assistance, Becky Norman.
She's the one that decided to change her name. So her business reflects now what's
Yes.
there. Oh, thanks. New name, new class. Do you want to? She changed, after going through the class, she changed the name of her business. She decided that that was the best thing, and so it's been very, very exciting.
The name, the brand, and
Everything. So.
she likes the both things. So. Triangle Financial Services, Kendra. Will Song Midwifery Care, Cosette Boone.
They don't tell us.
Congratulations to all of you. We appreciate your hard work, dedication, and at this time, let's give them another round of applause.
Oh no, don't do anything. You know I don't do well.
We know after last night.
I know.
Monica has been an inspiration for all of us this year, just really wonderful instructor. And so from the class, we feel that this book in here, it's Jeffrey Gitomer, and you would have heard many of the items that are listed in here, the little quips, and it sounds just like Monica talking to us. So thank you so much.
Well, thank you very much, everyone.
Monica, would you come back this way? What we'd like to do at this time is also acknowledge the support contribution our co-sponsors have made to this year's class. And so we do have some plaques here for all of our co-sponsors. And so I will read them off, and I don't believe that we have representatives from everyone here, but if there's a representative from the organization, they could come up. Bankers Trust, I don't believe there's anybody here from Bankers Trust. Business Innovation Zone, I don't see Mike, but I think Meg can deliver that. City of Des Moines, Office of Economic Development, I know Terry and Gloria are here, and also the Corporation for Economic Development. The Des Moines Area Community College, Greater Des Moines Partnership, Meg? Because I think Martha left.
She did.
So I'll take two. Thank you so very, very much.
Iowa Department of Economic Development, I don't believe there's anybody here. Iowa Small Business Development Centers.
Did you know?
Iowa State Bank, Iowans for Social and Economic Development, the Neighborhood Development Corporation.
We appreciate this.
SCORE. I think we've got a couple of representatives here from SCORE. State Public Policy Group, United Way of Central Iowa, U.S. Bank. VentureNet Iowa, Wells Fargo Bank. And again, that completes our list of co-sponsors. We want to extend our appreciation on behalf of the class here to our co-sponsors. Thank you all for joining us today. This concludes our program. Just to give you a little bit of insight, we understand that E200 will continue at least across the country this next year. We don't know to what level, so at this point, we don't know which cities will be part of next year's program, but we understand there will be a program, but we'll keep you posted. In the meantime, though, as you're out within the community and if you're aware of a business that could use the training and development that comes with this program, feel free to make referrals to any of the co-sponsors, myself, Monica, or any of the class students and businesses that have been part of the program. So we would like to build a cadre list of potential businesses for a class in anticipation that we will be able to, and hopefully be able to have the program again this next year. Thank you again for coming, and it's a pleasure.
Wait, can I say a few words?
You sure can.
Oh, thank you. I just want to say thank you to the SBA. Thank you for setting everything up, doing all the logistics. Joe, thank you for supporting the E200, because they wouldn't have a program if it wouldn't have come here. So the application had to start at the SBA back in 08. So we appreciate that, and I know that they appreciate that as well. And what I'd like to do for the very last time, and they're going to kill me for this, but so that you know what's coming. Yay! That means I've taught you well. So what I'd like you to do, so that you know what kind of people we have that are taking these classes, I would like you to do your 15-second pitch. Woohoo! All right, just stand up at your chair and so that everybody knows what kind of businesses we have.
Anita Messerschmidt and Mark IT, a leading information technology based in West Des Moines, Iowa. We have about 175 years of IT experience. We've been in business for 6.5 years, and we're looking forward to the next 6.5. www.embarkit.com. Tracy Fuller with Innovative Events. We're an event production company. We will be celebrating 25 years next year. It's really exciting. And this is what we do, business theater. Terry Bader with Blizzard Communications. We help small and medium-sized businesses with their telecommunications needs. All 4 individuals on the team are manufacturer trained and certified on our products, so all of us can be installing and helping out customers with their systems. Thank you.
Donovan Chestnut with Chestnut Science, located right here in Des Moines, Iowa. We've been in business since 1945. It's a family-owned business. We specialize in exterior signage for businesses and governments of all sizes and shapes.
Hi, I'm Dr. Lisa Williams from Florida Pet Hospital, where our logo, "We treat your pets like our own," says it all. We provide compassionate, affordable care for your small, exotic, and medium pets, and we care enough to bring pet care to your home. At Florida Pet Hospital, you are an important part of our extended veterinary family, so please visit us at floridapethospital.com. Stop by anytime for a tour and follow us on Twitter and Facebook.
I'm Kendra Erkema, independent financial advisor with Triangle Financial Services. We help individuals and small businesses create wealth with confidence and ease. From setting up a retirement plan to evaluating life insurance, we help our clients realize their dreams with confidence and ease. Kendra Erkema, Triangle Financial Services.
Hi, I'm Jackie Dudney with Advanced Jewelry Appraisals. I'm an independent certified gemologist appraiser. One of 17 in the U.S. and Canada, the only one in Iowa and the surrounding states. Basically, what we do is we provide comprehensive jewelry appraisals and gem identification. So if you need to know what your diamond is worth or what your grandmother's ruby is worth and is it real, give us a call at 875-4920 or visit our website at advancedjewelryappraisals.com.
My name is Marvin DeGier with DeGier Enterprises LLC. We're a general contractor based here in Des Moines, Iowa. We offer commercial, residential remodeling, project management, estimating services, and consulting. We offer quality construction solutions for our customers. Check out our website at www.DeGierEnterprises.com. Or on DeGier Enterprises LLC.
If I could offer you a natural, drug-free approach to your healthcare concerns, would you be interested? Addie Miller, Des Moines Acupuncture Clinic. If your health concerns are between your nose and your toes, then Des Moines Acupuncture Clinic is the place for you.
Becky Wehrman Anderson, formerly Smarter Community Assistance, now doing business as Hazardous Materials Consulting. We assist businesses, hospitals, schools, and communities with compliance with EPA and OSHA and DOT regulations. And if necessary, we can assist in blowing things up. Thank you very much.
Cosette, Boone, Willits on the Roof We Care. If you know a woman who needs to be empowered to trust in birth again and to trust in her own inner wisdom, have a dynamic well-woman division and a village learning center, which is our classroom space, group and meeting space. And we are currently developing a birth center back in Des Moines again to provide birth center birth, home birth, and a little bit of hospital birth as well. So Cosette, Boone, Willits on midwifery care. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Robin Sloan, owner of Des Moines' finest florist, Doherty's Flowers. We've been serving Des Moines since 1948, and whether you are planning a wedding or looking for corporate guests, it's our job to make you look good. So stop by the shop at 1536 2nd Avenue and check us out.
Thank you. That concludes the program for the award recipients, and also received plaques. There are boxes up here for them.